Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have one of our favorite monthly lifestyle boxes that's been sent to me for review. It is, of course, my Ireland box that comes all the way from Dingle, Ireland, and I'm always anxiously watching the tracking information. This just arrived on my doorstep just this afternoon. I know some of you might have missed your daily video for me yesterday. I missed it as well, but it looks like for the next maybe 10 or 12 days, we're just going to be having videos every other day. I have a ton of work with some of my other jobs. I also have some travel plans, and I just don't have the boxes coming in quite as regularly these days. It's usually a little slow towards the beginning of the month. We're still in the first half of the month of April, but for whatever reason, there's just been a lot of lag time between when boxes are sent, I know that they're on their way, and when they actually arrive. So we're just going to go back to every other day for a little while, but hopefully I'll be able to get back to that everyday cadence very, very soon. Now, my Ireland box is $53.49 per month. You can get some deals if you do multi-month subscriptions. I think the most popular thing to do is 3 months, and I do, when it is coming to a monthly subscription, I do suggest trying a box out for at least 3 months, not only because of the savings, but also because then you really get a feel for the box. You know, if you just try it out for 1 month and decide to cancel or skip, like, it might just be that that particular month wasn't exactly in your like wheelhouse or preferences, but you know, 3 months is a little bit more fair. I did also want to pass along the information that we did find out from Catherine in the My Ireland Box Facebook group, as well as on her Instagram account, that we are not going to be affected by any tariffs because there is still that allowance of up to $800. So subscription boxes like this, for the most part, should not be affected, and there should be no additional cost to you or even the sender, the companies that are sending these wonderful boxes to us. By the way, the shipping is $18.75, but I'll leave all of that information as well as a discount code for you in the description box below. The discount code is still the same. It is Maui, the Emerald Isle that I was raised on, and it is to get you $5 off of your subscription. So inside the lovely box, we have our fluorescent green tissue paper. I will say this particular box is very, very hefty. You know, it's always varies. Like, we can get 3 items in a box, which is pretty rare, and we can get like up to 7 or 8 items in a box. There's usually some delicious treats. There's always the My Ireland Box booklet, where Catherine puts so much effort and attention into creating a real experience of Ireland, the traditions, but as well as the things that are going on seasonally with beautiful images and stories. And she also does a nice profile for all of the makers that are featured in each month's box. There's also always a recipe card. I know some of you really enjoy that element. So let's go ahead and get into it, because like I said, it is very, very heavy. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's like a ton of stuff. It just means that some of them might be a little bit heavier. And sometimes that can be because there is like a baking mix or two, which I always think is fun. And I kind of peeked a little bit as I opened up the box, and it looks like we might have a baking mix, which I love, although it does take me a little bit longer because I do photos over on my Instagram account. But it looks like we have got a ton of edible treats this time around. So the booklet and the recipe card are usually on the bottom because they provide like a nice flat foundation. So I need to sneak in there and get that. But wow, you guys, we have so many cool things in this box. I am so excited. All right, I finally got down to our booklet and recipe card. This recipe looks amazing. This is some cute little Easter treats. She says it's my kids' Easter nest eggs. So basically, it's a super easy recipe. These are Rice Krispie treats that are molded to look like a little nest, and then of course those delicious chocolate eggs. So all you need is 4 cups of Rice Krispies, 6 ounces or about a cup of chocolate milk, and then 72 mini speckled eggs, and then cupcake cases or small ring molds. So super duper easy. I love that. That's probably like the easiest recipe that we've ever gotten, and very, very seasonal, and something that you can do with the kids, I think, which makes it really cool. All right, that was our recipe card. Here is our booklet, which will tell us the theme. An afternoon at the Irish farmhouse, spring lambs, stories, and baking. All right, so that is quite the long title, but look at those Love the lambs. I'm sure there's going to be lots of beautiful images because spring has sprung over there. Love that she takes all kinds of walks. Often she takes us on our journey over on Instagram as well. I'm just trying to flip through and see if we have our Meet the Makers section. Oh wow, this is so great. Some great cow pictures. I love a good cow picture. Let's see. I'm always that person where I'm like, oh, look at these amazing buildings or like this amazing site. And if there's like a cow or a sheep or a cat, I'm like, hold on while I take a picture of this cat that looks just like all the cats that we have back home, but I have to take a picture of this cat in this location. So here's our Let's Meet the Makers section. You guys, I am counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items in addition to the booklet and the recipe card. All right, so it says, Ireland's farmhouse traditions are steeped in craftsmanship, care, and a deep connection to the land. In this month's My Ireland box, we are proud to introduce you to some of the finest small Irish makers, each of whom carries forward the spirit of Irish heritage in their own unique way. These artisans and family-run businesses remind us of the warmth of the Irish kitchen, the richness of our produce, and the deep-rooted traditions that make Ireland so special. I love this. Such a great box. Whether or not you have ever been to Ireland, whether or not you have Irish heritage, it's just a really beautiful box of all kinds of items, like I said, some delicious treats that can really be enjoyed as a lifestyle box because the quality is so wonderful because it's all of these small makers. All right, so the first thing we have is from Caulfield Country Boards out of Kells, County Meath. So this is beautiful. Look at this trivet, you guys. I just think this is so stunning. Wow. So here on this side, you can kind of see like the actually outlines. And then on this side, it's a little bit more plain. This is so pretty. There's a really, really long description of the company, but I'm just going to read about this particular part, this particular product. So I met Pierce at this year's Showcase Craft Fair in Dublin, and I had an idea in my head for a trivet pot holder. We designed it there and then. There was a queue of buyers waiting behind me as Pierce and I chopped and changed initial ideas very enthusiastically. I had you in mind the whole time, and in fact, members have been asking for a pot holder trivet. Use it in the center of your dining table or for your teapot. It's unique to My Ireland box members and a nice nod to Celtic Ireland within your kitchen. What is the meaning of this Celtic knot, I hear you ask me? The Dara knot is a powerful symbol of strength, endurance, and deep-rooted connections. Inspired by the mighty oak tree there in Irish, it represents the unwavering resilience and wisdom of the Celts who revered the oak as a sacred tree. Just as an oak's roots reach deep into the earth, grounding and supporting its towering branches, the Dara knot reminds us of our own inner strength and the unbreakable bonds that tie us to our heritage, family, and traditions. I'm so happy that we've included this beautifully crafted Dara knot trivet pot holder in your April My Ireland box, a piece that not only serves a purpose in your kitchen, but also brings a meaningful touch of Ireland into your home. Whether resting beneath a warm pot of tea or a family meal, this trivet symbolizes the enduring connection to Ireland, our ancestors, and the wisdom passed down through generations. Just as the Celts looked to the oak for guidance and resilience, may this Dara knot remind you of your own strength and the deep roots that connect us all to Ireland. I freaking love that. It is beautiful. So let's see. It is made in Ireland. It says elevate your gifting with this product. So if you wanted to give it away, but this is so cool. I think it's so cool. I'm holding on to this one. All right, so of course we have some items that you could put and present on your trivet. So one item is, I did think there was going to be a lovely mix, and here we have it. From Wild Fuchsia Bakehouse, we have a scone mix by Sean. So I'm so excited about these. They're super duper easy. And even for me, where I used to bake a lot and even not using recipes, I just don't have the time for it anymore. But these, you usually just add like a few ingredients. So in this case, we just, we need some buttermilk and egg and margarine. Margarine versus butter. Interesting. I don't usually have margarine, but I could definitely use, I could find some, I could get some, I suppose. Interesting. It does say that you can eat it with butter or jam. I'm surprised that it's margarine though. But they do usually have the conversions over on the website. Of course, like they have the conversions for the temperature, which is 375 Fahrenheit for us here in the States. But yeah, it says rub in 60 grams of margarine. Maybe that works better for the scones, the scones. I'm excited about it though. Let's see what it says about it. Let's see. Nestled in the heart of Donegal, Wild Fuchsia Bakehouse is a haven of traditional Irish baking run by the talented Sean. With a deep love for home baking and a passion for using simple, high-quality ingredients, Sean has created a range of delicious baking mixes that bring the taste of an Irish farmhouse kitchen straight to your home. Her scone mix is a true reflection of this, offering the joy of freshly baked scones just as you'd find in a cozy Irish cottage by the fire. So, of course, you could put the warm basket of scones on top of your lovely, lovely pot holder slash trivet. And of course you need something to go along with it. So we have from another favorite maker. My goodness, you guys, this is really a kit for a cozy country cottage day. This whole curation is. So we have, oh, I love this stuff. Skellig jam, and we have strawberry, good old strawberry jam in this lovely jar. Few things capture the taste of Ireland like a jar of lovingly made jam, and Skellig jam, crafted in the heart of Kerry, is one of the finest. I first met the maker while he was delivering jams to the artisan shops of Dingle, and I was immediately drawn to the care and passion he puts in every jar. After tasting it, I knew I had to share it with our members. It's utterly delicious and truly represents the best of small batch Irish food production. So love it. It's going to go so well with those scones. So that is an item that will also go well with this lovely tea towel from Samuel Lamont. Now, this is not usually like my style of tea towel, but it is awfully cute. It is an Irish recipe tea towel. So Lamont and Sons is one company that we've definitely gotten items from before. The tea towel included in this month's box is more than just a kitchen essential. It's a connection to the past. Many of us remember our grandmothers hanging linens to dry in the Irish breeze, or reading the family recipes printed on tea towels hanging in the kitchen. It's a reminder of the farmhouse kitchens of Ireland, warm, welcoming, and filled with the aroma of home-cooked meals. Whether you use it for drying dishes or simply displaying it as a piece of Irish charm, this tea towel is a nod to the simple joys of farmhouse life. So let's see what recipes we have on it. It is 100% cotton. It does have that little loop so you can hang it if you want. It's one of those tea towels that's just going to get better the more you use it, the softer it'll get. So champ, I don't even know what that is. It's something with potatoes. It sounds delicious. Soda farls, like soda bread, I'm guessing. Let's see. Potato bread, wheaten bread, Irish hot pot, and Irish stew. So they're not the most detailed recipes, but it is pretty darn cute, isn't it? It kind of has like a Christmassy vibe to it, doesn't it? Because of the red and the green. So we have a nice little Irish tea towel, Irish recipe tea towel that you can put underneath, or you could even wrap your scones in a basket inside of. That's probably what I will wind up doing. Okay, and then still more to go along with our lovely little cottage afternoon at the Irish farmhouse with spring lambs, stories, and baking. Love that. I love the idea of making a pot of tea and smelling the scones baking and then eating them while they're nice and warm. Oh, so let's see. I think there's an item. My pages might be stuck together. Maybe not. Maybe I don't think I'm missing a page. So there is an item in here that I don't see listed. Look at this. From the Connemara Kitchen, Irish afternoon tea, and look how lovely this tin is. I don't actually see this in here listed to tell us a little bit more, but this is so awesome. Connemara Kitchen brings you this fine quality loose leaf blend. Blend friend, same thing, but look how pretty. All right, well, it is sealed. I'm not going to open it up quite yet, but I will when I get to my baking for the photos. So you might see this in a few days over on my Instagram, or it might be a little bit longer because I might have to go on my trip and come back before I have the opportunity to make the scones. Oh my goodness, so many things. I'm just so impressed. Now, if you want to enjoy that tea and tea towel and trivet, but you're not quite ready to do your scones because you don't necessarily have your margarine and buttermilk, she gave us another treat. This is from a company called Milevin. It's a traditional Irish fruitcake. I know. Speaking of like thinking about Christmas, I always think of Christmas and fruitcake, right? This Irish farmhouse theme wouldn't be complete without a rich traditional fruitcake, and I have a special story about how this one came to be included in my Ireland box. A lovely member once told me that she received one of these cakes as a gift, and she spoke so highly of it that I couldn't resist seeking it out myself. On a trip to Dublin, I found one, brought it home, and was delighted by its moist texture, rich flavor, and perfectly balanced spices. I knew then that I had to ask Melvin to bake these in large numbers for our members. Melvin is an Irish family-run bakery that takes great pride in using high-quality ingredients to create truly authentic Irish baked goods. This fruitcake is a nod to the farmhouse kitchens of Ireland, where such treats would have been lovingly baked and stored in a tin for special occasions. A slice with a cup of tea is a timeless joy, and I'm so happy to share this wonderful tradition with you all. So, oh my gosh, you guys, scones with strawberry jam, Irish afternoon tea, a slice of delicious fruitcake, which it does look really, really moist and lovely. Here's the picture. I don't know that my pictures will look just like it, but I'll do my best, everyone. And then I think we still have one more item that is listed in here. Like, I think the only one that was missing is the tea. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so I said there were 7, so we have one more item because we have some sweets in here, but we also have something savory, and I always have to gingerly pick these little bundles up. I'm always a little bit worried about them because I believe it is some crisps. Not just because I want my crisps to be enjoyable, but also because I like to take photos of them. It does look like, there may have been a little spillage because I am seeing some crisp grease on my tissue paper. So maybe the air pocket got a little bit unpuffed. Usually they come very puffy, that's why. So crinkle cut for the crinkle package. This is from O'Donnell's of Tipperary. O'Donnell's crisps. So it says, no Irish farmhouse is complete without the beloved potato, and O'Donnell's crisps are a celebration of Ireland's deep connection to this treasured crop. The O'Donnell family has been farming the rich lands of Tipperary for generations, and their crisps are made with the same care and dedication that has sustained Irish farming families for centuries. The Furrow Creations range is particularly special. It reminded me of the rolling Irish fields, the hard work of our farmers, and the love we have for our homegrown produce. Each crisp is crafted from the finest Irish potatoes, sliced thickly and cooked to perfection, creating a crunch that is both satisfying and full of flavor. The O'Donnell's family's commitment to quality and tradition shines through in every bite, supporting Irish farming and food. So I think that was all it said. Maybe it continued. Oh, food production is at the heart of what we do, and I'm delighted to include these delicious crisps in this month's box, celebrating the humble potato in the most delicious way. Guys, I love a potato. The other night I went out to dinner with some of my girlfriends, and it was like a lovely, steak dinner, and the thing we were all the most excited about was the excuse to have a baked potato with like all the things on it. So let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite potato dish? I mean, it could be French fries, or do you just like a good old baked potato, or are you all about the crisps, all about the potato chips? Please let me know in the comments below, because I love a good potato. Just honestly, it's such a wonderful and versatile starch. It is amazing. And I feel like that's the like Irish love within me, why I appreciate this box so much some of the time. All right, so let's just go over the amazing curation. You guys, sometimes I'm just amazed that she can include so many wonderful items. And the other thing that I like is these are really items that, one, don't take up a lot of space in your home. Maybe you just live in a room in a home, but also just the ones that are not consumable, that you won't nibble and that won't disappear after a few hours of having those freshly baked scones, are just really, really special and lovely. So we got this amazing, it smells good too, this amazing Caulfield Country Boards trivet. I'm going to call it a trivet. Then we also got another item for the kitchen, which is this Irish recipe tea towel that you could wrap up your freshly baked wild fuchsia bakehouse scones in, and then when you take them out and they're still warm and lovely, you can slather them with some butter and skellig jam, strawberry skellig jam, and of course you would be sipping it with your Connemara Irish afternoon tea while you're reading, maybe through your My Ireland box booklet, maybe getting ready to create those lovely Easter basket treats with your kids. You can also finish off your tea with some lovely fruitcake. You can almost do a full tea, right? Because you're gonna have your scones, you're gonna have your sweets, make a couple little savory sandwiches that could also go along with these crisps. I mean, it's just, I'm so excited. Honestly, I'm very excited for the opportunity. I'm gonna have to find a few hours in one of the 5 days that I have left before I go on my trip to make time for this. And if not, to give it its proper due, I will wait until after, because I love this box so much. You guys, let me know what your favorite thing was in this April My Ireland box. And I'll see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing, which will probably be in a day or two. All right, see you then.